6 things to look into before starting an LLC in 2024. In which state will you form your LLC? You might see a YouTube video about why you should open an LLC in Wyoming, Nevada, Delaware, etc. But in most cases, you'll just want to open an LLC in the state where you live. If you want to keep the ownership of your LLC anonymous, only certain states allow you to do this. But if you create an LLC in one state and live and operate the business in another, you'll have to also create what's called a foreign LLC in the state or states where you live or operate the business. If you're a digital nomad opening an LLC, you'll have the flexibility of selecting the best state to form your business because you aren't physically based in any one US state. If you have specific questions about this when you're forming your LLC, I'd work with Business Anywhere to form your LLC and sign up for their company structure and tax consultation call. Again, in most cases though, you'll just want to create an LLC in the state where you're based. Choose a name for your business. Let's break this down into 2 parts, your LLC name and your brand name. Your LLC name can be any name that follows your state's naming guidelines. It is not used by another business in your state. For some businesses, you might never see their LLC name. I could create an LLC with my initials, JJT Media LLC, if it's available, and have all of my YouTube channels and online courses managed by this LLC. I wouldn't stress about this name. You just need one to create your LLC. Google the name and also check with your state's database to see if it's available. Then we have your business's brand name, which your customers will actually see. This is something you want to think more about, but also don't get too stressed. You can always change it later on. It's nice if this name and your LLC name are the same, but they don't have to be. Let's say I'm starting from scratch. I could create JJT Media LLC, and my first YouTube channel, I want to be called Make Money with JJ. I'd want to do a bit more work with this name. I check to see if there's another YouTube channel with this name. I could check to see if the name is trademarked. I could check to see if I could purchase the .com domain. I can check to see if the usernames are available on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, etc. I do this work before creating my LLC, but don't let the name of your business or brand hold you back for weeks or even months before moving forward and actually starting your business. Your LLC name and your brand name can always be changed later on. One of my businesses is actually going through the process of rebranding 7 years after we started it. Taxes. By creating an LLC, you don't actually get any special tax advantages compared to having a sole proprietorship. The main reason for starting an LLC is liability protection. One thing to consider, how much money do you think you'll earn from this business in the first year? If you're confident you'll earn over $50,000, you may want to have your LLC taxed as an S Corp, which will allow you to pay less self-employment tax. If you're not sure if you'll be making this money from your LLC or not, maybe it's your first side hustle, don't worry, you can decide later on to tax your LLC as an S Corp, but for some entrepreneurs, you might have a good idea from the very beginning that this makes sense for you. For more information about the differences between an LLC and an S Corp, check out the video in the description below. One thing you need when you start your LLC is a registered agent. A registered agent's address needs to be filed when you create your LLC with the state. This address will also be publicly available. This address is used to receive legal mail and other correspondence with the state. A registered agent must keep normal business hours Monday to Friday and can't be a PO box. You could be your own registered agent, but your address will be publicly available and you'll have to have someone at that address during business hours all year round. If you'd like to go on vacation or you don't want your home address publicly listed, I wouldn't be my own registered agent. I think it's better to hire a registered agent, keep your address private, and make sure mail is received, quickly scanned, and delivered to you. If you form your LLC with Northwest Registered Agent and other services listed in the description below, you'll get their registered agent service for free for the first year. Some registered agents charge up to $250 a year. If you hire a formation service to create your LLC, make sure they give you the first year of their registered agent service for free and they have a reasonable renewal price. Northwest, for example, charges $125 for their annual renewal after the free first year. Find out more about Northwest in the description below. The registered agent service isn't your address for everything business related. The next thing you'll need is a business address. If you ship physical products, where will product returns be sent to? If you plan to do email marketing, you need to list an address at the bottom of each email you send. Again, if you don't want to list your home address for these and various other situations where you have to list a business address, I'd recommend getting an address for your business. If you work out of a co-working space, you could use that address. If you rent a warehouse for your physical product business, that could work as well. If you run your business out of your home, you'll probably want to get a virtual mailbox. Two services I mentioned earlier on, Northwest Registered Agent and Business Anywhere, both offer virtual mailboxes starting at $20 per month. If you sign up for a virtual mailbox, you can use that address as your business address and not worry about having to give your home address to anyone. The next thing you want to think about is corporate governance. This is a fancy phrase that means having rules around how your business will operate. This could be really simple if you're a solopreneur and you make all the decisions yourself. In that case, I'd recommend getting an operating agreement template for free from Northwest Registered Agent. You'll find on this page of their website. You might need this document to open a business bank account. If you have business partners, a manager who's going to run the business for you, investors, etc., you may want to hire someone to draft your operating agreement for you and all the other interested parties. This document will lay out how everyone will work together, how decisions will be made, what happens if new investors come in, what happens if someone quits or needs to be fired, what decisions the manager can make without getting approval from the owners, etc. Depending on your situation, this could be really simple. It's just you make all the decisions, or you may have a more complex situation. You can either use a free operating agreement template like this one from Northwest. With Business Anywhere, they will help you edit your operating agreement. Or in more complex situations, I'd recommend hiring a lawyer to help you with this agreement. If you're all set with everything I mentioned in this video, the next step is to actually create your LLC. To learn how to do that, you can watch this video right here. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye-bye.